Right, okay. So the question is asking me what's the volume of chlorine gas. Now, first things first, chemical equation settle. Okay, I thought it died. Okay, number of moles, they are so nice in this question. They gave me the number of moles. Love them so much. Okay, what's my next point? What do I need to do?
Check the ratio.
Very good. I need to check the ratio. So let's do this together. Who would like to speak it out? Okay, speak out and tell me the ratio here. A teacher know the answer. I can score an exam. You are the one sitting for the exam on Monday or SPM. You need to be the one that's giving me the answer. And malas to wait for name picker. So quickly, Sharifah cannot. Okay, Akil, teacher doesn't want the. Okay, Akil gave me the answer by ratio. She didn't give me the ratio way. Yeah, okay, but never mind. Teacher will follow what he said. Okay, 2 mole. Okay, therefore 0.05 mole of Na will of Cl2. Class, are you following teacher so far? A thumbs up will be okay, or just say yes, teacher. I'm okay with that. Oh,
Yes.
okay, all good. All right, my Sarah. Okay, very good. Okay, now teachers moving on. They are asking me to now find the volume of chlorine gas. Okay, now what's the formula for volume? You've got 3 formulas I taught you in chapter 3. Which one is for volume? Number of moles is equals to? Malu-malu kucing. Okay, very good. Volume over molar volume. Okay, my volume wa puchatao. Okay, my number of moles is 0.025. My molar volume given in the question 24. Can I find my volume, class? All of you tekan calculator and give me the answer now.
0.6.
Sorry, darling?
0.6.
0 marks.
GMQ.
Very good. Okay, good combination there. If you got no unit, you got no marks. Remember that, yeah? Correct. 0.6 decimeter cube. Okay, next part of the question. Okay. Why is there a difference? Same thing that you just did just now. Okay. In compound R, the bulb lights up. In compound T, the bulb does not light up. This is a very famous SPM question. Okay. Explain the difference here. Okay. Why is there a difference in this observation? So this one, 2 marks. Okay, so you need to talk more. What do you think is compound R? What do you think is compound T? Which one do you think is an ionic compound? Which one is an covalent compound?
Compound R is ionic, T is covalent.
Okay, everybody writing down the answer there. Okay, so compound R, teacher write in short form, R is perfect. Okay, now, what do you know if it's ionic? If it's ionic, what will I have? What must an ionic compound have? Very good. Okay, Jibril also, if you can, please change your settings to you answer to everyone. Okay, yes, Jibril says, I've got free moving ions. Perfect. That's the perfect marking scheme answers. So you answer, compound R has free moving ions. Now compound T, does it have any free moving ions?
No.
Okay, no. Wait. Okay, no free moving ions. Okay, why do they have no free moving ions? What are they existing as? They exist as what? Very good. I want to see those. Okay. All right. Then, of course, already explained already. So you can actually carry on by telling what happens here. So compound R can conduct electricity and compound T cannot conduct electricity. Actually, by marking this, I will give 3 marks and not 2 marks. Okay, did you get the answer here already? If yes, teacher's going to move on to my next question. Okay, good. All right. If let's say I'm writing too fast, you need to write quickly. Just take a photo snapshot, put in your own respective class groups. Okay, whoever's using a phone, or you can do a print screen. Yeah. Okay. Now this one, the form 4s, you've done it in your exams. Yeah. But I just want to go through with you one more time. Okay. When something is solid, and liquid and gas, and they are all not conducting electricity, what bond is it? Sorry, what compound is it? Ionic compound or a covalent compound?
Covalent.
Very good. Yeah? So if you look at my P and my Q, in any state, it cannot conduct electricity. So here it will be a covalent compound. Okay. Now look at R. My R can conduct electricity, okay, in an aqueous state, right? And also a molten state. What do you think is my compound R?
Ionic.
Ionic, okay. All right, so I've got Maisara and Sharifa answering teacher. Okay, these two cannot give me the answer anymore. I want to hear other people pula sekarang. Thank you very much, Maisara and Sharifa, for always answering teacher's question. I want to hear other people's voices, and I would like to hear other people chatting in the group also as well. Now, they will ask you now, what is the type of particle in substance P? Class, I've told you I've got 3 types of particles. What are they?
Molecules, ions, and atom.
Okay, correct. Okay, molecules missing in action. Okay, now let's look at substance P. What do you think is a type of particle in substance P? Very good. Okay, it is a molecule. All right, because it's a covalent compound. Mainly all covalent compounds are molecules. Okay, all covalent compounds are molecules. Next question here. Okay, why does P have a low melting point? Why P has a low melting point? Whenever I talk about melting point, I always talk about forces of attraction. I'm not doing the whole question with you, yeah? I'm doing the main points only. When something has a low melting point, I talk about their forces of attraction. So in a covalent compound, you know P is a covalent compound. What are the forces of attraction there? It's a Dutchman's name.
Van der Waals.
Okay, yes, correct. Yeah. So in covalent compound, I've got Van der Waals. Wrong spelling for walls, Raja. Wrong spelling for chemistry, wrong. Okay, we are not eating ice cream walls here, cannot. Okay, his name is Waals. Okay, no problem. As long as you know the correct spelling. So what I want you to say will be substance P has a weak Van der Waals. Teacher writing short form. I hope you understand, yeah? Weak Van der Waals. Okay, you only awarded 1 mark. My writing is horrible. Okay, how to get my 2nd mark? So I've got weak Van der Waals forces. Therefore, connect it now to my low melting and boiling point.
Low heat energy required.
Very good. Okay, low heat energy. Put energy to overcome the forces of attraction in the molecules. Okay, our teacher want to ask you next. Ionic bond, what are my forces of attraction?
Electrostatic.
Okay, I have Sharifa and Maisara. Cannot. These two teacher don't want them to answer. I want the rest. Can I also have Adib? Adib in your class group, put in the attendance. And then in Kura, in 4B, put in your attendance. Say in 5 minutes time, yeah? So those of you came in with your parents' name, can you, or somebody else's name, change that name to, if you're in 4A, 4B, change that name to your own name. Okay, so in ionic bond, what's my forces of attraction here? Correct. Okay, so Shavita says electrostatic forces of attraction. Teacher will add on strong. Okay, strong electrostatic forces of attraction. Okay, so I'm not going to carry on with the rest because I think the rest you can do. Okay, I've just covered chapter 5. Okay, I'm going to jump from chapter 5 to chapter 7 first. Okay, because chapter 7, once you get the concept, you understand what to do already. Okay, say now. How many of you you like chapter 7? Type 1 in the chat. If you don't like chapter 7, you type 2 in the chat, because then only I would gauge. Okay, all right, okay, I get the picture. Okay, all right, okay, terima kasih. All right, okay, stop. But actually I want to tell you something. Chapter 7 is the most easiest to score. Okay, very, very easy to score. Once you get the picture, it's very easy to score already. So let's see. Here today, teacher has zinc and nitric acid. So I prepared about 4 questions for you here. By the end of this, I tell you, you will like it. Okay, trust teacher. Okay, so the first experiment, we go step by step. Yeah, I've got nitric acid. Okay, 51.0 nitric acid with zinc powder. Okay, and then my volume in 1 minute is 30 centimeter cube. Next, I have all the same as the above, but here I've got a catalyst. Okay, and my time here is 50. Okay, do y'all get the picture here? Do y'all know what's happening here?
Yes.
So in experiment 2, I've got a catalyst. In experiment 1, I've got no catalyst. Okay, so out of the 4 factors I have taught you, what factor do you think is the factor involved in this experiment? Very good. My Sarah, the rest of you? Okay, what are the 4 factors I've taught you? What is S? Very good.
Surface area.
Yeah. What is C? You can put in the chat, teacher doesn't mind. What is C? Actually, it's not catalyst. It's actually concentration, but it's fine. Okay. So, okay, what is T? Very good. And of course, the other one, some of you jumble up. Okay, it's catalyst as well. Yeah, very good. Okay, so here my factor will be catalyst. We're going to look at the first question. What is the name for the catalyst in set 2? Okay, I want to teach you. Okay. In chemistry, the catalyst, like a bio, it's I think I told you before, a lock and a key. You cannot use the same catalyst for something else. It doesn't happen. So when you have zinc reacting together with a nitric acid or any acid, you will only have one catalyst. And if anybody who can tell me what the catalyst is?
Copper sulfate.
Wrong. It's correct, but wrong. The naming is wrong. You are correct, but it's incomplete. Correct. Okay. Copper 2 sulfate. If you are going to put copper sulfate in exam, you are going to get wrong. So today, teacher is really going to correct you. Okay, now what is the name of the gas released in both experiments? So I want everyone together with teacher right now. Okay, when zinc reacts with nitric acid, yes, the oxidation number for a transition element is very important. Okay, you tell teacher what is my product?
Is it zinc nitrate?
Correct, it's zinc nitrate. How do I write zinc nitrate?
Oh, in the chemical formula.
Okay, correct. Good try. Okay, try all of you giving the answer. So obviously we know my gas here is hydrogen gas. This is a very famous question. They can either ask you zinc with any acid, or they like to ask you calcium carbonate with hydrogen or any acid. So these are the only 2 things they can ask. So go and get familiarized with let's do the next question. Okay, what is the average rate per second? How to do this question? Okay, what is the rate of reaction, average rate of reaction in centimeter cube per second for set 1? Who can tell teacher? Answer is in front of you.
0.25.
Okay, how did you get 0.25? You must show your working.
Thirty cm cube divided by 120 seconds.
Why 120 seconds?
Because it's 2 minutes. Oh my
No,
bad, it's oh my god, I'm sorry.
It's 1 minute. Okay, so actually the answer would be 30 divided by 60. Okay, so 30 divided by 60, class, what's your answer?
0.2.
Wait, 0.2 go.
0.5 cm second.
Okay, now DM 0.5 centimeter cube per second. You see, remember my words, okay? Answer is always in the question. They already told you centimeter cube per second. That means you already should know volume over time. Okay, so always look at the question. Okay, this one, the next one we do secara conga ani. What's my next one? The set 2 punya average rate of reaction? I can only go as fast as y'all are, you know.
0.83.
What is your working? Always the working first.
50 centimeter cube divided by 60 seconds.
Okay, 50 divided by 60 is correct. Okay, 0.8 what, darling?
3.
Okay, 83 centimeter per second. All right, correct. Okay, now compare the rate of reaction in set 1 and set 2. Okay, so you can either look it from here. You can see the value already. Here my value is lower. And then the second one, my value is higher. Okay, or if you don't want to look at that, you can actually see in this page. The second one, teacher has a catalyst. The first one, teacher doesn't have a catalyst. Okay, who would like to answer for teacher the question? Cannot be Maisara, cannot be Sharifa. The rest of the Homo sapiens in this class. You can put it in the chat, no issues at all. Can I use symbols only, teacher? For now in my class, yes, in exam cannot. Okay, in teacher's class right now, you can use a symbol. So Aiden says ROR in set 1 is lesser than ROR in set 2. Correct. You can use the other way around also as well. ROR in set 2 is higher than set 1. Remember, yeah, it is higher, cannot be faster. All of you put in a note, if you have some paper in front of you, ROR can only be higher, cannot be faster. Okay, teacher's pen is now not working. Ada only today. So anyone from your side want to come to my screen to annotate, so at least someone can write. Let's see whether I can write or not. Let me see. Black. Oh, okay, teacher still can write. Okay, now explain your answer in 7D1 based on collision theory. Okay, collision theory, you must have the 5 things teacher always taught you. Reasoning. What's my next one? Very good. Frequency of collision. Class, I can guarantee you this is coming out. Huh? If you don't study, you're in for big trouble. Rate of reaction will come out. What's after FOC? FOEC. What's my last one? ROR. Okay, very good. So happened that ROR already settled in the previous question. Now, explain your answer in 7D1 based on collision theory. Okay, you know that what is teacher's factor here today?
Catalyst.
Okay, very good. My factor here is a catalyst. So look at how teacher is answering, yeah? I'm writing in short form. You all don't do that. So you are going to write down here. Okay, experiment 1, no catalyst. Experiment 2, okay, copper 2 sulfate is your catalyst. Okay, with this, you already awarded 1 mark. Okay. Second mark. What is my second mark? What do you think you can put for your second mark here? What is the definition of a catalyst? So if you have not, sorry, I heard someone trying. Did I hear someone trying?
A chemical that can increase the rate of reaction.
Not really. Okay, not really. Anyone else? An agent to lower the rate of reaction. What is the exact sentence? Think back of the exact sentence that teacher has given you all before. Go back and check again. What, when I did with you catalyst? Okay, what does the catalyst do? Okay, good. Okay, catalyst, okay, lowers the activation energy by doing what? By providing an alternative pathway. Okay, exact sentence, what teacher's writing, okay? By providing an alternative pathway so that more, okay, what are my particles here? What are teacher's particles in this particular question? How many of you not sure? If you're not sure, put in the group not sure. Put in the chat, I mean, not sure. The particles, okay, so all of you got down your chemical equation here, right, just now? I want you to now get for me my ionic equation. Okay, every one of you, get for teacher my ionic equation right now. Okay, so just now we did zinc plus 2HNO3 I'm going to get Zn NO3 bracket 2 plus H2. What is my ionic equation? Okay, this is my chemical equation. What is my ionic equation? I'm putting a timer for you for ten seconds. Okay, so time's up. Okay, tell teacher what I cannot touch in an ionic to get an ionic equation. What I cannot touch.
H2.
Correct. Okay, so a gas I cannot touch. So I write back the gas. What's some more I cannot touch?
Water.
Sorry? Okay, it's not a base, it's a metal. So a solid I cannot touch. Zinc, correct. Okay, so solid, liquid, and gas I cannot touch. Anything else I can touch, which is an aqueous solution. Okay, this is an aqueous solution. If teacher breaks them up, what do I get? Teacher get here 2H plus. The other side, what do I get? Teacher won't give the answer because I don't want you to wait for my answer. Okay, correct. I'll get NO3 minus. Good job. Okay, now on the other side, if teacher is going to break zinc nitrate, what do I get? Zn2 plus, not Zn only. Whenever an aqueous solution, when I want to break them up, they become ions. Okay, what's the other side? Okay, 2NO3 minus. Okay, correct. What is the same before and after the arrow?
NO3.
Very good. NO3 minus is correct. So teacher can cancel them off. They are called spectator ions. Spectator ions is when you watch World Cup. Whether you watch or didn't watch the World Cup, it doesn't matter. Okay, you're not important. Okay, Mbappe and Lionel Messi, they played and they won. They are important, not y'all. Okay, all right. So whether you watch or not, it wasn't important. So same thing goes for here. So when I write back again my my equation, what is left here? All right. There's a joke lah. Okay, what is left back here? Okay, very good. It's not Zn2, yeah. Kura is only Zn, yeah. And Zn is a metal. It's an element. It exists by itself. Okay, plus 2H plus. I am going to get what's left at the at my product. Oh, yeah. What's left as my product? Oh, I think I know what Kura is trying to say. Zn2 plus as my product, and actually it's 2H plus Kura. Okay, so yes, here will be Zn2 plus, correct. Okay, now class, look at my reactant. What are my reactants here? You all can see and you all can tell me very clearly. So I want to hear either you typing it or you're saying it out loud, because you're going to sit for exam, not teacher. Yes, metal and gas. Can you be a bit more specific? What do you exactly see? What atom and what ion? Not just metal and gas. Your reactant. What are their names here? Okay, so I know put there zinc and hydrogen. Okay, you will not get marks for exam if you put correct. Okay, so hydrogen gas also cannot. It is 2H plus, you know. Very good. So it will be zinc atom and hydrogen ions. Okay, why did I do such a long-winded step for you to come here? Because you're going to use the same concept for everything when you're doing rate of reaction. Your reactant must only be your reacting particle. So I'm going to go back to the place where I stopped here. Okay, so I said catalyst lowers the activation energy. It provides an alternative pathway so that more particles. The next word is particles. But do I know what my particles are now? I named it for you just now. Can you name that particles for teacher? Zinc atom is one of them, correct? Now, if in exam, you didn't put the word atom, but you only put the word zinc, you get 0 marks. Atom is important. So that more particles, so the particles is more zinc atom and hydrogen ions can achieve the activation energy. Okay, can I stop here? I've only done my reasoning. I need to go to FOC. You can put zinc atom and hydrogen ions like that. Okay, FOC and FOEC. Can someone give teacher the sentence for it? It can be my form 5s, no problem. It can be my form 4s, no problem. If you say it out loud, it actually saves time. 9 o'clock already. So FOC is what? What's my sentence for FOC? What is FOC? Frequency of collision, correct, yeah? Okay, so what is my sentence for frequency of collision? It's FOC is not free of charge, Shiva. You write free of charge now. I'll put on your face on that when I mark your paper. Put all over you free of charge. Okay, very good. So cannot say forces of attraction increases as well. Cannot. Good that my Sarah wrote that. Okay, when you're doing something as specific as this, okay, look at how teacher answers. Frequency of collision between, okay. Remember just now we worked so hard to get the name of the particles. You have to write down. Between zinc atom and hydrogen ions. Okay, is higher where? In which experiment? Experiment 2 or experiment 1? Which one has the which one had the catalyst?
2.
Very good. So it's higher in experiment 2 compared to experiment 1. So 1 is terbalik, okay? Experiment 2 compared to experiment 1. But your sentence is perfect, okay? Except that your ending is wrong. Okay, now, mistake that students write is, like my Sarah wrote just now, frequency of collision between zinc atoms and hydrogen ions increases. 0 marks, total 0 marks. Because you didn't compare both the experiments. In collision theory, you must compare set 1, set 2. Okay, another mistake, every sentence that I want to see must have comparison. Experiment 1, experiment 2. Now to do the fourth one is the most easiest of them all. Why is it easy?
Teacher.
Yes, Vignesh?
Sorry, sure. Like when you meant by comparison, right? Are we supposed to put like in a table form or just like write
No,
it?
the way I did it is fine.
Okay.
If you write in a table also can, but this is perfect enough. Okay, what's my last line? After doing FOC, what's my last one?
FOEC.
Okay, very good. I'm going to go faster. FOEC between same. Ayat dia copy paste saja. Between zinc atom and hydrogen ions is higher in experiment 2 compared to experiment 1. I've taught you one whole thing. You're going to do the next one on your own. Okay, I am not going to help you. Okay, start now. This is an essay question. I think my form 5s, you have done this already. Okay, some of my form 5s that you're here, you're present, I recall that you have done this. Okay, so if you want to take your module and go and do the other chapters, it's fine, or the other questions. Okay, so I want my form 4s to look in front. Okay, and then I want you to take note. Okay, what's the difference between experiment 1 and 2, and then experiment 2 and 3, or 1 and 3? Okay, what are my factors here?
Temperature.
Okay, so one person said
Concentration.
temperature. Yes, okay, so number 1, correct. Okay, it is temperature. Teachers writing in short form, you don't write in short form. Okay, another one. Okay, this is not 10 mole, this is 1.0 mole. I think there's a typo there. Okay, correct. What's my second factor? I saw one's answer there. It is correct. It is concentration. Okay, and Raja also correct. 2 marks, perfect. Okay, let's go to the this is a typical SPM question. This is a trial question from that I took from Penang. Okay, this is a Penang question. Okay, just came out the trial. Penang. So now let's look. Write a balanced chemical equation in the reaction for experiment 1. What are we doing? Okay, do you see the same thing that you almost did just now? Is it zinc and sulfuric acid already here? Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I want one person saying out loud the chemical equation and then sending it to me. Let's see how you sound. Or nobody wants to, let me hear your voice, is it?
So we are here.
Yes, but I want you to go to class point. Those of you in class point, record your voice and send to me. Come on, one brave kid, two brave kids. Okay. Who is Vicky?
Teacher.
Vignes, okay. Raja, do you want me to resend the link to you? All right, I'll try again. Okay. Can I ask someone to resend the link into the group again? Because if not, I cut out this one. Okay, thank you, Maisara. Okay, I'm going to close submission. Let's see these brave 3 kids. Okay, and class, you correct them. Okay, you see whether they are saying it correctly. Let's try one first.
Teacher, couldn't hear.
You cannot, can you hear him, class?
No.
Okay, wait. I think I know why. Hang on.
Teacher, just one request. Please don't hear my audio, please.
Okay.
Don't hear my audio.
No, I don't think I want to do it. I don't think I'm going to stop, because if I stop, then everything will hilang. So anyway, one's answer was correct. I don't want to hear Vignesh, but now my teacher shocks me. I hear Maisara myself. Maisara, I didn't hear a word from you, Maisara, but never mind. Okay, I'm very sure your answer was correct. Yeah, I think when I started Zoom, I forgot to add on share sound. Okay, that's my mistake. Just apologize for that. Okay, never mind. I will take note about that. Very good for those of them who tried. Well done. Okay, so all of you should be getting ZN. What do we use? Zn plus H2SO4. I get ZnSO4 plus H2. Okay, class, you tell me what are my particles here. You have done this just now. You should be able to tell me straight away. What's my particles? What are my reacting particles? Very good. Okay. All of you agree that it's going to be zinc atom and hydrogen ions? Okay, no point teacher alone knowing it. It must be that you know it. Okay. All right. Fine. Okay. Next question. And this is a very famous continuation question. When they give you equation, you're going to do a calculation question. Now, you get for me. What is the volume of gas release? I go back here because you need some information for here. Okay. They ask you for experiment 1. Okay. So they ask you, what is my volume of gas release? Okay. So based on experiment 1, you need to give me the answer. You've got the chemical equation. Okay, next you find the number of moles, then you relate, and then you find the volume. Okay, teacher's giving you 30 seconds. Start now. I will pick a name later, yeah? All must try. Teacher want to see everyone trying.
So you can go back to the question. I did not finish
I
it.
can. Okay. The question is asking you, what is the balance? Sorry, calculate the volume of gas release. Okay, time's up. I should change the music. I mean the ringing tone. It's like someone ringing my doorbell. Okay, so would someone like to give me the answer? Chemical equation done. Are you all still doing? Should I give you all some more time? Okay, I guess no news is good news and you all are trying very hard. Anyone done? Okay. Can teacher discuss the answer already, or you still want me to wait for you? Teacher cannot gauge, okay? Okay, Dan put one in the chat. Must teach your communication skills. Yeah, communication skills out there.
Teacher, teacher, can I make sure, right, that Z and SO4, right?
Uh-huh.
Is that SO4?
Yep, correct.
Okay, okay.
Okay, who hasn't finished, put 2 in the group, in the chat. One also no, 2 also no. 2, okay. All right, okay, okay. Which step are you all at now? Are you relating?
Do we use the 1.0 mole of sulfuric acid to find the volume of H2 gas?
Do you use what? The 1.0 mole here, is it? Sorry, we are doing
Yes.
experiment 1, isn't it? We're
Oh,
doing
sorry.
we're doing for experiment 1. Okay, teacher give you a few more seconds, yeah? A few more. Then teacher will teach. Okay, stop. So in experiment 1, I've got 100 and I've got 0.5. Okay, I'm going to start teaching. Pay attention. Let's try a whiteboard. Okay, so I know that I have a zinc plus sulfuric acid. I'm going to get zinc sulfate plus hydrogen gas. Because we are rushing for time, I'm rushing for time, so I'm giving the answer. Okay, I know that I'm using 100 centimeter cube sulfuric acid. And was it 0.5 or yeah, 0.5 mole per decimeter cube. Okay, so I've got my chemical equation. Next, teacher is going to find number of mole of sulfuric acid. So you can check your answers. So I've got 100 times 0.5 divided by 1000. Class, what formula is this?
Neutralization. No, sorry.
It's not neutralization. What's my formula here?
Dilution.
Nope.
Polarity.
Nope. Correct. Okay, Nitish, change your settings to you send to everyone in the group. So I'm going to put a side note here. In chapter 6, chapter 7 or chapter 6, you've got 3 formulas that you need to know. Number of moles is equals to mv over 1000. That's your first formula. Second one, you want to find for dilution. It is m1 v1 is equals to m2 v2. Okay, and the last one will be neutralization, which we did earlier on, is MAV over MB VB is equals to A over B. Okay, so this is the formula teacher just used just now. It is MV over 1000. Okay, if you tekan your calculator class, you times this, what you get? I want to hear your answers. Hundred times 0.5 over 1000. Okay, correct. Okay, so I get 0.05 more. That's not what I want. Okay, that's for sulfuric acid. Good. Okay, now what I want is I need to find here the volume of hydrogen gas. So therefore, I need to relate. So my first step done, second step done. When I want to relate here, okay, I relate my sulfuric acid with my hydrogen gas. So therefore, 1 mole of sulfuric acid will give me 1 mole of hydrogen gas. When for my calculation, 0.05 mole of sulfuric acid will give me 0.05 mole of hydrogen gas. And when I do this, I'm ready. I've got my number of moles of hydrogen gas. So therefore, to find what I want, to find volume of hydrogen gas, it is 0.05 you times with 24. Okay, everybody can calculate one more time. What would my answer be? Very good. Okay, Jibril, Sharifa, Gitan, okay. If anyone was before Jibril, sorry, I didn't see. Aiden, okay, correct. 1.2 decimeter cube. Correct, perfect answer. Okay, any questions so far on this? Okay. Yeah. Okay, thankfully it's still here. All the days when you want to teach and then it's acting up. Okay, compare experiment 1 and experiment 2, and then compare experiment 1 and experiment 3. Look at the marks. Look at the marks and you tell me how many marks you see there. 10 marks, correct? It means this is 5 marks, this is 5 marks. Collision theory, you cannot muck around. You must be able to score well. Okay, you must be able to score well. Let's look at experiment 1 and let's look at experiment 2. Experiment 1 and experiment 2, what can you compare them with? What is the difference between experiment 1 and experiment 2?
Sure. In experiment 1, it's the result is 0.5 mole decimeter cube. Experiment 2 is 1 mole decimeter cube.
Okay, what's the factor, class? Very good, Vignesh. Okay, very good answer. What is my factor? I'm doing experiment 1 and experiment 2, yeah? So the factor is actually concentration. 1 is 0.5, 1 is 1.0. All of you agree with teacher? Okay, see how to answer. Okay, I want all of you to watch how teacher's answering. If you follow the way I teach you, you can never go wrong. Okay, if someone is putting in the chat, you tell teacher, okay, because right now I'm just not going to concentrate on the chat. So if someone is giving the answer by the chat, you can just tell it out loud for teacher, or someone help teacher to give the answer. So if you want to compare 1 and 2, use the formula factor, reasoning, FOC, FOEC. I want to hear your answer for this one. Teacher's not going to help with anyone here, yeah? Okay, 1 and 2, what is my factor here?
Concentration.
Okay, very good. So experiment 2 has a higher concentration or higher compared to experiment 1. You all understand what teacher just wrote?
Understood.
Okay, reasoning. What is the factor for concentration? If catalyst, we talk about lower the activation energy, providing an alternative pathway. How about the reasoning for a concentration?
Is it the substance?
No?
Number of particles per unit volume.
Very good. Okay, my Sarah, hang on. I want to go back to 1 again. My Sarah is correct. The experiment 2 has a higher concentration. Teacher's going to add on concentration of sulfuric acid. Okay, be a bit more specific here. Higher concentration of sulfuric acid compared to experiment 1. Okay, my reasoning, okay, my Sarah was correct. She said the number of particles per unit volume. Okay, class, you tell teacher. Do we know what my particles are based on the previous experiment? I'm using zinc and sulfuric acid. What's my particle?
Zinc atom.
Okay, so it's zinc atom. Okay, you know your particles here will be zinc atom. Okay, and hydrogen ions. Okay, now I want you to concentrate on what teacher is saying here, yeah? Okay, now teacher is talking about concentration of sulfuric acid. So my reasoning is actually the number of particles per unit volume is higher in experiment 2 compared to experiment 1. Now, in my concentration of sulfuric acid here, what concentration is higher? Do I need to include zinc atoms, or is it just hydrogen ions?
Only hydrogen.
Okay, very good. So my reasoning will be the concentration of hydrogen ions in experiment 2 is higher than experiment 1. So remember, reasoning for concentration, when you're talking about concentration, first thing is their concentration, second thing is the concentration of hydrogen ions. Okay, so I apologize. I actually made a mistake. I hope none of you all wrote what I just said. The number of hydrogen ions per unit volume. Okay, in experiment 2 is higher than experiment 1. Teacher, apologize. My first sentence and my second sentence is the same just now. Okay, I repeat. Do you get what teacher is saying here?
Yes.
Okay, beside my Sarah, the rest of you?
Yes.
Okay, besides Sharifa, the rest of you? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so let's say teacher is not using sulfuric acid, I put nitric acid. Okay, so what's my reasoning?
The same one.
The same thing. Okay, the number of hydrogen ions per unit volume in experiment 2 is higher than experiment 1. Okay, because in experiment 2, even though teacher have HNO3, NO3 doesn't help in anything to do with the concentration of